Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader. Last time we saved the capital, kicking out the Xenos that were there. Well, I guess the main guy, I forget his name, starts with M. He fled like a coward. That's how I'm gonna spin the story anyway. And we were told that we are now ready for our coronation ceremony. But we also talked with the machine spirit of the ship, whose name was Nemos, I think, or Nomos, I think. Which is really cool. We've got sort of like a rogue AI sort of situation going on, but we can educate him hopefully and make sure he doesn't go crazy. But got a couple quests here. So talk to the Master of Ceremonies. A grand ceremony is about to take place on Darganas in the Mundus Valencia system. Overseeing the preparations is the Master of Ceremonies, who is awaiting you in the palace. Also got the incident. Talk to Abelard. Talk to the officers. Nomos does not remember how it came to be. Perhaps the past of the Von Valencia's dynasty holds the key to understanding the mystery of how this strange entity appeared in the bowels of the Rogue Trader's void ship. Alright, we can do that. Voxmaster and Helmsman Raver. Okay. Abelard. Buddy old pal.
Lord Captain.
Do the words Epitaph, Incident in 87204, or Tech Blight mean anything to you? They are connected to Theodora somehow.
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that.
For a moment, Abelard's eyes go blank, as if he has turned his attention inward. Then he blinks twice and says in a tone of surprise. Okay.
Lord Captain.
It seemed a little suspicious, but I guess we'll keep going. Can you recall anything unusual about Theodora's travels? Do the words Epitaph, Incident in 87204, or Tech Blight ring a bell? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sound familiar to me as far as I can tell. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across this word in transmissions several times. I think it was repeated by the former engine seer, the one who perished during Conrad Voigtvir's uprising. He was describing it as the incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently, at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself as I was likely on board at the same time, did not notice anything strange, but tech priests are sensitive to such things. That's all I can tell you, Lord Captain. I wish I could be more help. I live to serve. Okay. So that could be important. Helmsman. Does the word Epitaph mean anything to you, or perhaps Incident in 87204, or Tech Blight? It has something to do with Theodora's travels. Rather extraordinary travels at that. Can't say they do, Lord Captain. Doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places Lady Theodora went is his brows furrow. Epitaph. Incident. We've always had heaps of incidents happening on board, but through my implants, I feel at one with the ship, and I sense that, and I don't know when it happened exactly. It started behaving differently. Became more responsive. Livelier. Yes, livelier is exactly the word. And when you said Epitaph and Incident, it just dawned on me. Pardon my bungled report, Lord Captain, but that's all I've got to say on that front. Okay. Nomos does not remember how it came to be. Perhaps the past of the Von Valencia's dynasty holds the key to understanding the mystery of how this strange entity appeared in the bowels of the Rogue Trader's void ship. Okay. Guess that's it for now. Alright. Abelard, you sure you don't know anything?
Lord Captain.
Oop,
Lord
okay.
Captain.
Okie dokie. Where we at? Oh, you guys can level up. Let's do that. Probably Xenos for sure. You've already got a lot of Xenos, to be honest. Maybe some Medicaid would be good. Nice and easy level ups. I like it. For you, probably agility. I'm thinking. Go agility and persuasion. All right. Let's take a look at the map here. The Coronation expanse. Oh, nope. Didn't get to read it. Alright, so the only thing we have to do is this Coronation thing. We can look at our colony management real quick, see if there's anything new to report there. No. Okay. Okay. It's time. Yep. Keep in the same group. Von Valencia's palace. I'll be impressed if they cleaned it up that quickly. I mean, I was gone for what, like a day? It might have been longer. We don't know how long that that ritual we did with Pascal really took. Right? They were talking about multiple cycles. But I'm not really certain what a cycle is yet. I don't know if that's talking about like Earth cycles. I don't know. So is it like a day? 24 hours? It's a little ambiguous. Or maybe it's not and I just missed it. But or maybe it's not and I'm just dumb. All of those could be options. Alright, so we gotta find the Master of Ceremonies. Where's that person at? Master of Ceremonies. Is that you? You're aristocrat. Aristocrat. Oh, you guys buzzing around all busy like. They did clean it up quite quickly. Not bad. Not bad at all. I do really like this tactical phase that we get. It's really nice. Makes it feel pretty tactical, which I guess is the point of it. Yeah, you know. Another great insight from Heliax here. That's what you guys are here for, my insightful commentary. Master of... There you are. Oh, you look fanciful. The servant in fine clothes offers you a deep bow. Your ladyship, it is a great honor to serve you in an undertaking as monumental and glorious as the Magna Accessio ceremony. You have been entrusted with arranging the festivities. Is everything ready? Then let us begin. The ceremony will have to wait. You've been entrusted? I have indeed, your ladyship. I have been given the high honor of being steward of this eminent palace, and on the occasion of your ladyship's accession, I will be overseeing the preparations for the ceremony. House Drivestem, to whom you entrusted the arrangements for the festivities, wishes you good fortune and is sincerely delighted to serve you, as they serve the Honorable Theodora von Valencias before you. Is everything ready? The palace decorations are prepared, and we are ready to begin at your command. The festive activities in the capital have likewise been arranged, and the guests of honor either have arrived on the planet or are awaiting invitation in your orbit. The servants are already in your chambers to see to it that you are impeccably garbed for the occasion. Ooh. Let us begin. May the Emperor be with us this day. Now, what kind of calamity is going to happen now? Last time we had like a big sort of festival. Things did not end well for us. I imagine it's not going to end well this time either. Don't get a lot of happy moments, I feel like, in this world. I wonder what my garb's going to look like, though. Or do I even get new garb? It's a question I'm curious about. Do I get a crown or something? Oh shit, is that me? Rejoice, Von Valencia subjects. In honor of her ascension, the new rogue trader generously shows you her favor. What's that blood on the wall there? That's not good. To remind the people of the humility and loyalty for the next cycle, ministration in all temples and the Von Valencia's protectorate will be performed without interruption. Every subject is to attend a service and offer a prayer of gratitude to the God Emperor. Keep the faith and praise the pious rogue trader. Yeah, there was definitely blood on the wall over here. I just want to say. I guess I didn't have to read that so fast. There we go. Love the swelling music. Yay, woo woo. There's my army. Thing of beauty. There's Pascal. There's me. My garb has not changed. And Heinrich's. Alright. Who's this? This is Master of Ceremonies? The crowd below is roiling, their electrified exultation filling the air of Darganas. Thousands of throats chant your name. You are at the apex of this world and all others. Amplified by hundred voxes, the voice of the Master of Ceremonies booms. Rejoice, subjects of Darganas. You have been granted the felicity of witnessing your mistress, a great honor bestowed upon us by rogue trader Imogen von Valancius. Gracious savior of Darganas and vanquisher of blaspheming humans, may their unholy kind perish in the flames of righteousness. Cleanser of Yanis, who with one hand brought death upon the blaspheming Xenos, and with the other exterminated the despicable worshippers of the arch-enemy. He destroyed the Aldari, yep, and Vistenza Viat was killed during the events on Yanis. Yes, I did. Gracious protector of footfall, patron of trade. Save footfall station from starvation. I'm amazing, yep. A hush falls over the crowd, who gaze upon you in adoration. Many of them bear terrible scars from the recent battles of Darganas. Like children, they await the word of their almighty mother. Praise the Emperor, faithful souls. The darkness around us may be fierce, but the blaze in our hearts is fiercer still. Evil will burn. Fear not the coming day. Henceforth you are all my charges. One moment. Excuse me, sorry about that. Remember that you have no other ruler but me. For any who dare to forget this, the howls of demons from the warp will sound like the babbling of babes, and Xenos blades will seem like soft feather beds compared to the horror of the punishment I'll inflict. Serve faithfully, and I will lead you to prosperity. The Coronation expanse will enrich us all. Turn to the Master of Ceremonies and speak right into the box. Am I expected to say something to them? I won't talk to rabble. Take it away. Damn. Fear not the coming day. Henceforth you are all my charges. Joyful cries carry your name upward beyond the atmosphere of Darganas and all the way to the Emperor's throne. You hear a rustle behind you as Heinrich leans forward in a ceremonious bow. In that moment, the eyes of your many subjects flare with fanaticism. This single, unassuming gesture from an unassuming servant of the Inquisition serves to them as the ultimate proof that the hand of the Emperor truly is at work in this dark sector. Pascal sketches a blessing in the air, and many of your subjects wearing beatific smiles copy it. Technomats in grease-stained robes, bureaucrats scratching at scrolls with autoquill fingers, and aristocrats flaunting their costly augmentations. On a world as civilized as Darganas, there are many who honor the Omnissiah and his priests. The Master of Ceremonies bows to you with great reverence. Let the oath of the Von Valancius dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your ladyship. I, Imogen von Valancius, rogue trader, by the grace of the Emperor... God, fire this guy! Vow to be paragon of humanity. I, Imogen, rogue trader, by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. Your lips repeat the words of the ancient oath. unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain to greatness. You hear a rumble. It is the roar of the sea of your subjects. With jubilation and devout fear, they welcome your ascension. It is done. Hell yeah. Give me the power. Here we go. Enjoy the reception. The nobles of the Protectorate are influential guests, have gathered at a reception in honor of Theodora von Valancius' heir. Can we stop saying her name? In honor of Imogene. Come on. The social occasion is a political event where alliances will be forged, which is why the rogue trader must seize the opportunity presented to her. The master of ceremonies should be notified at the end of the reception. Alright. So do I talk to people out here, or is it both? Looks like maybe it's both. Looks like I can't go over here. Alright, let's walk around. Your gatherings look odd and unusual. I will remember this. Long live the rogue trader. Who's this? The noble features of this guardian of humanity burn with righteous fury and stern resolve. Oh, is this the Xenos? The exotic statue, which formerly pleased the eyes of Xenos, now adorns the palace of this dynasty of glorious explorers of the Coronation expanse. Oh, look at that. We got a feast going on. Hell yeah. There's Drivestem. Scattered haphazardly around the tables are bottles of expensive amasec, plates of Privicia nobilis, and hookahs of obscura. Governor Urban. Good bow. Governor Urban Drivestem stands surrounded by highborn guests like a planet orbited by many moons. All of his charms directed at a man in resplendent power armor adorned with the sigil of the Inquisition. Where's that guy? Is that this guy here? Or is it that guy here? But as soon as you approach, Drivestem is the first to give you an elegant bow, getting ahead of the rest in the expression of loyalty. This is a great day, your ladyship. Smile graciously. I welcome you to my palace, honored guests. For you, perhaps. For me, it's just another day. Pointedly gaze at Drivestem with animosity and say nothing. We'll smile graciously. You are buffeted by a salvo of congratulations and compliments. Study the faces of the nobles in attendance. I'm ready to accept your congratulations. What were you discussing? My greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. Let's study them. Drivestem is, obviously, still the leader of Dargonis aristocracy, but judging by the courtesy he is showing to young Sourback, he clearly wants to strengthen his relationship with that house. The senior Sourback and Gaprack are whispering in another corner. Sourback, whose family seems to be giving you the cold shoulder, must be trying to sway Gaprack to his side. Which could be quite advantageous to Lady Gaprack. After all, the disaster at Kiava Gamma has left her family in an extremely vulnerable position. The Viserians stand apart, their exclusion from the rest palpable. Look at the guests. Among the aristocrats surrounding the opulently dressed Drivestem, you notice a couple of young nobles of Sourback and Gaprack colors. It would seem that the major noble families of Dargonis have decided to introduce their younger members into high society. The tall man in gray power armor, adorned with a column with a skull, is undoubtedly a high-ranking inquisitor. He keeps the periphery of the conversation, seldom deigning to comment. Next to him is his entourage, a rangy warrior in black armor and a tech priest dressed in red, whose face is hidden behind a brass mask. Abelard stands somewhat apart from the others, as if reluctant to approach Drivestem. Next to him is a young woman, and you notice a family resemblance between them. Take a guess at who is allied with whom. in this tangle of snakes. You begin to ponder the intricacies of the political landscape of your capital, but your only reward for the effort is a headache. What were you discussing just now? We were talking about the brutal Xenos raid on our fair Darganas. So many victims, so much damage to our industries. Thank the Emperor that you are our protector. If it weren't for you, the cursed invaders would have obliterated the whole planet. He offers you a thin and obsequious smile. They love that word, don't they, in this game? Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we respond to their raid on Darganos with a punitive campaign. Young Sourback's smile is conceited and bloodthirsty. I see you hate Xenos with all your heart. I do. This pestilence against the Emperor must be eliminated. He talks ardently and smoothly like a commissar. He places his hand on the hilt of his finely adorned sword, his pale face ablaze with noble fury. By having a member of the Inquisition by your side at the ceremony, your ladyship has shown your intent to closely abide by the Imperium's credo, to root out Xenoscourge. The House Sourback will offer every support to you in this righteous undertaking. Well, that's good. Or they must be forced into servitude. Many Xenos are more useful alive and obedient than dead. The young man in Gaprak colors speaks with sagacity and gravity, but his opinion seems to carry little weight in this circle. That's Vincent Gaprak. Well said, Sourback. Since you have already promised it, I will accept your support. I hereby impose a duty on your house. You to provide me with soldiers, and you, young man, are to lead them. It pleases me to see such earnest faith. I must condemn you for it. Commend. And how many Xenos have you killed personally, Sourback? Young Gaprak is right. The Xenos are not just a threat; they are also an opportunity. Well said, Sourback. I'm gonna do this one. Sourback raises his chin proudly and glances at the austere decorations in the palace, the weapons, the sacred banner, and the glorious trophies. By the look of it, some youthful dream of his is coming true. It is an honor for me to serve you, your ladyship. I swear it before the Emperor, I won't let you down. Xavier Calcazar. The Inquisitor standing among the guests smiles faintly and leans toward you. He whispers, I congratulate you on procuring a highborn hostage. Bravo. My greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. He responds with a dignified bow, his proud face calm and unfaltering. And my greetings to you, esteemed Imogen von Valancius. May shadows never darken the light of the Astronomicon that guides you. I appreciate your display of loyalty to the Imperium. By having one of the Holy Ordo's members at your side during the ceremony, you have demonstrated that you consider yourself a daughter in the fold of our reverent organization. The Inquisitor's companion, a crimson-robed member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, bows to you. From behind the brass mask mounted with dozens of augmetics comes a metallic grasp. Glory to the von Valancius heir. So the Inquisitor and his companions. No! I'm so bad. The Lord Inquisitor appears to be in amiable temper today. His expression is relaxed, and his calm gaze does not bode any immediate or harsh punishments. Oh. Did I accidentally click something? No. Among the many augmentations, what stands out is the horribly melted, deformed cogitator connected to the tech priest's head. How it is working is baffling. What is twice as baffling is that the tech priest hasn't replaced it yet. What unpredictable influence can this ruined implant have on his mind? An unexpected visit, I wasn't told. We've not been introduced. And who is this member of the honorable priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus? I wasn't told of your visit. I, however, have been told all about you. The Inquisitor's face is impenetrable, but behind this mask you detect a hint of mockery. We've not been introduced. An oversight, to be sure. My name is Xavier Calcazar, and I have the honor of serving as a member of the illustrious Ordo Xenos, the head of the Coronation Expanse Conclave. We've heard his name before, right? Didn't he write the letter that we saw? And the Lord Inquisitor of this region. It is my unending task to ensure this sector's readiness to meet external threats and resist internal corruption. And who is this member of the Adeptus Mechanicus? This is Brass Whisper, which, naturally, is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. There are times when I am forced by my duty to the Emperor to deal with xenotechnology, and Brass Whisper ensures my safety in such moments. Works that have been desecrated by Xenos are dangerous. They warrant. His whispering cuts off, replaced by heavy, ragged breathing. It seems that the tech priest's quiet voice is not an extravagant quirk, but rather a consequence of some injury. After catching his breath, Brass Whisper continues. Warrant, due caution. Enjoy the party. This evening will certainly be illuminating. Look at Abelard's young relative. What is your name? Your ladyship, allow me to introduce the daughter of Chancellor Clementia Versarian and my great-granddaughter, Astardia. Abelard looks solemnly upon the young woman with barely concealed pride. I really love the name Astardia. I think it's a cool name. Astardia was Versarian. I am delighted to witness you, your ladyship. Astardia bows, keeping her observant and intelligent eyes trained on you. Drivestem glowers at Astardia with cold hostility, while young Sourback does not even try to hide his burning contempt. How are you finding the reception? It is difficult to put into words, your ladyship. Never before have I seen such grand and striking ceremony. Astardia's voice sounds passionate and inspired, and her eyes shine with barely contained excitement. Young Gaprak keeps staring at Astardia curiously and a little bashfully. It seems the boy likes her. Aww. Where are the rest of your kin, Abelard? They are in the city, preoccupied with running the festivities and watching over some of the more crucial services. No incidents can be allowed to ruin your ceremony. I agree. But something's bound to happen, I'm sure. Astardia frowns and adds peevishly. I asked the esteemed Abelard to put me to some important task too, but he bid me to attend the reception, where I can do nothing to serve your ladyship. I also can't speak. Sourback smirks. If I had known, I too would have asked Abelard to let you miss the party. So you wish to become my servant as well? Astardia flushes, and starts talking quickly and with fire in her voice. It would seem that she finds work-related conversations far more interesting than court gossip. Of course. I've been working on a project for the last 4 years. We could set up... Governor Urban Drivestem. Enough, Astardia. I highly doubt that her ladyship is interested in listening to the fantasies of a young woman about how to run her protectorate. Abelard shoots Drivestem a glare so dark and bloodthirsty that the latter instinctively starts looking for the nearest warden. It's quite true. I really am not interested. Hold your tongue, Urban. I decide who may speak and who may not. Please continue, Astardia. I better succeed this. Hell yeah. Heartened, Astardia continues in the tone of a seasoned administrative clerk. Our suggestion is to set up a chain of stations in the void, plasma beacons that would signal the passing ships. By placing them in logistically sound locations, we should simplify our ship's routes so that they may split long warp jumps into a series of safer, shorter jumps from one beacon to another. This would have a positive effect on the overall safety of the journey and the accessibility of colonies. More and more technical terms and percentages creep into her speech. She quotes Lex Mechanic reports and accounts of starship captains. Astardia's vulgar and sharp mind... Oh, no, not vulgar. Astardia's vigor and sharp mind are enough to silence even the most venomous of commentators. They all stand there in silence, trying to digest what she is saying. Abelard surveys the quiet nobles with triumph, and then looks at his great-granddaughter with pride. Aww. That's cute. I hope the Versarian family gives Abelard the credit he deserves. Absolute, your ladyship. We greatly respect him for his wisdom, and he repays us with attention and kindness, she says warmly. I am obliged, dear Astardia. It looks like Abelard is somewhat embarrassed by the turn this conversation has taken. Enjoy the evening. Thank you, your ladyship. I'm ready to accept your congratulations. And this is where they stab me to death. What do you got? Better be some good stuff. In that case, allow me to be the first to offer them. Drivesome snaps his fingers, and several servants approach you with gifts. The governor points at a thin, curved Jakari blade. My soldiers took this splendid trophy from the body of one of the Xenos commanders. The weapon is too beautiful and forbidden for anyone but your ladyship. We got the severed hand. Ooh. It's a power weapon. Okay, okay. Hetka Sourback. Young Sourback squeezes through to be the next, pushing Gaprak aside with confidence. Your ladyship, House Sourback anticipates the onset of unsettling and bloody times. To make the ungodly Xenos cower at your approach, my family humbly present you with a dozen pieces of secondary armament for your ship. Young Gaprak bows ceremoniously. House Gaprak is delighted to present to you this blessed work of the Omnissiah Smiths. May this locator matrix, which took the holy artisan an entire lifetime to create, always show you the right path. 15 to awareness, okay. Having let the aristocrats go first as a sign of deference, Abelard is the last to speak. Your ladyship, House Versarion possesses no relics worthy of your acceptance, but you are a rich and talented and hard-working people. As a sign of our loyalty, I humbly offer you my flesh and blood. 100 of my kin will go to colonies in your protectorate and use all their talents so that the worlds in your charge may prosper. I really like the Versarion bloodline. They're cool. Alright. Can I talk to you guys individually? No. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, let's go this way. Ooh, okay. What do we have here? The Drakari captive is angrily muttering curses directed at the detestable monkey, promising horrible torture for everyone present. Yeah. Wild xenobeasts are growling ferociously, adding a flare of thrilling danger to the mood in the palace. The magnificent altar to the God Emperor is wreathed in the fumes of precious incense. What's this thing? These magnificent paintings were created in a style that fully complies with the artistic canon approved by the Ecclesiarchy. The venerable Lemon Russ is known as the Scipian Punisher, and it has served the Von Valences dynasty for 2 centuries. It was hit in the battle with the Xenos that inhabited Scipia too, but it heroically destroyed 63 enemy vehicles and brought victory to its comrades, securing its status as a relic blessed by the Emperor. Neat. What's up here? What's going on here? This eerily crackling Xenos trophy is a testament to how the Omnissiah's gifts become twisted shadows of themselves in the hands of the Inhumans. You guys got a little shooting range over here? Show you how it's done. Oh. This is grisly. I did not. Yes. I'm amazing. Yes, bow. Yes, I'm amazing. Thank you. I'm guessing they're dead and just swaying in the wind. Either way, it's grisly. I think that's everything. Where's no, he's got to find the other, whatchamacallums. Maybe there's more people in the palace. Yeah, that's probably it. The other rogue traders, right? They're here. Or they're supposed to be. Press any key to continue. Alright. Anybody down here? Does not look like it. A couple of servants walking around. And a warden. Making sure I'm not missing anybody down there. Is there anybody in my office? Better not be anybody in my bedroom. Or in my vault. That would be good, okay. Should probably close this up, huh? On the balcony, maybe? Ah, a solitary moment. One hell of a palace. Alright. Get back to socializing. Alright, what do we got over here? There's another sourback. These swords belong to a presumptive governor of Vabo VI, who staged a revolt hundreds of years ago. The insurrectionists' hands, preserved against decay, still rest on the sword's hilts. Nice, nice. Yes, greetings to all. Argenta, how's it going? May the Emperor keep you, Imogene. A great day. Jay? I hope at least this celebration in your honor won't end in a shootout. Yeah, I expect it will. Oh, there's Heinrichs. A group of aristocrats stands apart from the governor's circle. Their whispering carries a tinge of displeasure. The clear leader of this gathering is a gaunt, bilious-faced man dressed in sourback colors. This must be Macarius himself, head of the house. He offers you a ceremonious bow. My congratulations, your lady. May the Omnissiah grant you understanding. The woman with whom he is conversing, the one dressed in a robe with gear-shaped ornaments, is Toriana Gaprick. It is difficult to read her face due to it being covered in numerous augmentations. You catch Heinrich's intent gaze upon you as he breaks off from agitatedly tapping on a data slate. He makes a subtle gesture, clearly wishing to speak to you. Observe the guests. Toriana Gaprick looks rather anxious. Macarius Sourback, dressed surprisingly plainly and austerely for an aristocrat of such a high rank, is frowning suspiciously. He came to the reception with a companion, a woman of dazzling beauty wearing a gilded augment necklace around her throat. His wife, probably. Heinrichs, who joined the group unnoticed, mostly keeps silent, listening intently to their every word. How are you these days, Toriana? Like a forging hammer, Toriana's voice falls heavily on the ear. The corruption of Kiava Gamma was a great blow to my family. The contemptible Cubus Delphim betrayed our trust, desecrated the forged cathedrals, and took my esteemed cousin's life. On behalf of my family, I humbly beg you to forgive our negligence. I am ready to accept any punishment. Look closely at her. There is something lurking beneath Toriana's repentant expression. A grudge. It would seem that she was personally offended by the nightmare into which Cubus Delphim plunged her domain, and she feels betrayed. You notice Toriana's mechanical visors periodically looking past you in the direction of Pascal. It seems the tech priest is a subject of fascination for her. I see you are interested in my companion Pascal. I'll grant you the privilege of conversing with him. Toriana's face lights up, with the enthusiasm of a true scholar. Thank you, your ladyship. I noticed that you chose to have him by your side during the ceremony, and I will be honored to meet such a highly placed member of the Adeptus Mechanicus. For although House Gaprick does indeed follow the Omnissiah, we are but lay people, and we are not permitted to converse with such enlightened servants of the machine god. Your gracious assent fills my heart with joy. Tell me more about your family. We Gaprax originate from the Calixis sector, from the cluster of planets known as the Lathe Worlds. We worked faithfully for the good of our masters there, the Adeptus Mechanicus, and through our service, we gained a spark of the Omnissiah's knowledge. When then fate tied us through the bonds of fealty to the venerable Von Valancius dynasty, and we found ourselves in the Coronation expanse. Generation after generation, we fulfilled our duty faultlessly, until Kiava Gamma destroyed and disgraced our name. Something rattles in her visors. I was delighted to see one of the Omnissiah's priests placed beside you. In these trying times, the entire sector needs to stand together, united into one mechanism. The Adeptus Mechanicus will help us do just that. Do your part to heal the wounds inflicted on Kiava Gamma, and your house will be forgiven. It pleases me to see that our perspectives align. I too think that you are to blame for everything. Do your part to heal it. Toriana raises her mechanical eyes to the ceiling. I swear on the Omnissiah's all-encompassing insight, we will make every effort to justify the cost of its resurrection. Macarius scoffs. It was only a year ago that none could doubt House Gaprax's usefulness. Yet here you are, Toriana, on your knees, justifying the cost. Macarius, I'm surprised you deigned to make an appearance here this evening. Macarius' face twists into an unpleasant smile, which makes the artificial skin on the left side all the more prominent. I am a servant of the Von Valancius dynasty. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honor. Macarius' wife offers you a charming smile, as if apologizing for her husband's vitriolic tone. Her large dark eyes are brimming with curiosity. What has displeased you so much, Macarius? Macarius says with caution, I am your dynasty's loyal servant, but you have asked and I will answer. Too long has the Coronation expanse lived under the rule of rogue traders. The privileges granted to them make people think that commoners, too, can dismiss the prohibitions of the Imperium. For the good of this sector, rogue traders must become paragons of the law, not exceptions to it. But do many warrant holders exhibit lawful conduct? No, they do not. Even you, your ladyship, are the subject of the strangest of rumors. And you have just recently inherited your protectorate. Conrad Voigtvir's people, for instance, claim that you had a hand in the esteemed Theodora's demise and accuse you of many other misdeeds. It doesn't matter whether or not their claims are true. The people hear them, believe them, and think that they may follow your example. If you believe Conrad's lies, then draw your weapon. Let us duel right here, before the Emperor's visage. I forbid anyone to repeat Conrad Voigtvir's lies and hereby impose a fine on you, Macarius. Rogue traders are not renegades vested with authority. We're the long arm of the Imperium, and I shall prove it to you. Your poor head, tormented with so many concerns, you'd like to have it removed from your shoulders. You speak of the sector's future with such confidence. Could it be that you want this power for yourself, that you simply envy rogue traders? I will prove to you that we are the long arm of the Imperium. I wouldn't dare accuse you of anything, your ladyship. I am simply concerned. If you happen to lay my concerns to rest, House Sauerback will be praying for your well-being every day. Tell me more about House Sauerback. Macarius puffs out his chest and says proudly, the Sauerback line was one of the first noble houses to arrive in the Coronation expanse. For millennia, we have served the Golden Throne and kept the faith. Sauerback warriors have bled in 100 wars, and at different times have ruled a great many colonies of the Von Valancius dynasty. Tell me more about your wife. Macarius is visibly vexed by this shift in the conversation. His wife offers you a reserved smile. Regina Sauerback. It is an honor to be in your company, Lord Ladyship. Did I say Lord Ladyship? I'll take it. It is my pleasure. Macarius is lucky to have such a beautiful wife. Perhaps more so than you are to have him. Oh, damn. Let's practice my Riz game here. Your countenance is familiar somehow. Could it be that you resemble your resemblance to the image of Saint Meleta? Ah, look at me go. Point your weapon at Macarius and chuckle. You know, Macarius, a person could kill for a woman so gorgeous. I shan't continue to test Macarius' loyalty by speaking with his beautiful wife any longer. Yeah, We don't want to do anything like that. Or do we? This is insulting. This is insulting. This is just a compliment, right? We could get away with this. I wouldn't dream of claiming to bear any resemblance to a great saint. I lack her virtue. Regina makes eye contact before demurely lowering her gaze. Regina gives you a charming smile. Meanwhile, Toriana and Macarius are watching the conversation unfold, not quite believing their eyes and ears. I shan't continue to test Macarius' loyalty. I am glad to know that you think highly of my beauty. Regina blushes slightly. Macarius, his face a deep red, is only too ready to change the subject. I see. Macarius bows his head without too much reverence. Lean toward Heinrich's. Interesting conversation. It's been very illuminating, giving me plenty of food for thought. Heinrich's response is barely audible. With a glance to make sure the other guests are not observing you, the interrogator murmurs, "We need to talk, Imogen. Immediately." Very well. Not here. Let's go elsewhere. This won't take long. He just wanted to get me alone. As soon as you exit the crowd and find yourselves alone, you realize that something is wrong with Heinrichs. His face is fixed in its usual expression of grim inscrutability, but something, his tightly clenched jaw or the slight creasing around his eyes, reveals the change in him. When he begins to speak, his voice thrums with tension. We don't have much time, Imogen. I brought you here away from prying eyes because I have something very important to tell you. He breaks off, looking past you. Whether suspicious of being observed or simply choosing his next words, you cannot say. You see his jaw muscles ticking in his cheeks, and the corner of his mouth twitches uncontrollably. Why is he so alarmed? It's funny. As soon as we find ourselves alone, you lose the power of speech. Remain silent. What has alarmed you? Heinrich's face twists into a strained smile as he continues to look past you. I'm trying to choose the right words for what I intend to say to you. Give me a second. Heinrich exhales and looks directly at you for the first time in this conversation. His expression is strange, tormented. Listen to me. Tonight, something very important is going to happen. Steel yourself and be prepared. Do not do anything foolish, I beg you. Bear in mind that you are not being threatened with anything right now. Remember that. I give you my word. Does this have to do with the Inquisitor? He seemed kind of suspicious of me, of things. Be prepared? For what? You're scaring me. Heinrichs, you are talking in riddles. Explain exactly what you mean, or I shall turn around and leave. Yeah, cut to the chase. No, wait. Heinrichs grabs your hand and immediately releases it. I'm sorry. I hadn't finished. Heinrichs lets out a strange sigh. I swear on the Golden Throne and all that is holy, Imogen. I cannot reveal everything without contravening prohibitions and vows that are far more important than you or I. There are lines I cannot cross. And yet, despite all that, I knew I had to give you fair warning, if you can call it that. Let them charge me with whatever they want later. I had to make you aware that there is no genuine threat to your life because... He hesitates, his confusion about what he wants to say and what he must not say finally getting the better of him. I can just straight up kiss him. Oh man. Enough hand-wringing. Take his hand. I understand. Thank you for the warning. I have heard more than enough. I shall keep your words in mind. You're a coward. Do you know that? Why did you drag me here if you weren't going to say anything of substance? I'm gonna kiss him. The interrogator freezes in shock, and a moment later surges forward. His hands slide to your waist and the back of your head, and he drags you against him, gripping you tight, not giving you the slightest chance to slip away. Heinrich responds to your kiss, as though he has been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. The world around you stops. After an eternity, Heinrich, gasping, pulls back ever so slightly. You can still feel his breath on your lips. He vacillates for another moment. That's a romantic word to use here, huh? And then lets out a shaky breath. No, this isn't right. He takes a step backward, his hand gripping your shoulders. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Pull him toward you. No, don't go. Reach for Heinrich. It's not as if you chose this. Step back. You're right. We should not have done this. Reach for him. Heinrich stares at you, at your lips, like a man possessed, and at the last moment, gently stops you. No. I had to stop. I'm sorry. You'll see why. Heinrich takes another step backward and casts one last look at you before turning away. You should return to your guests. The absence of the rogue trader will definitely be noted. He says nothing for a few seconds. Until next time. Oh shit, what is happening? Oh man, I'm nervous now. That was nice though. I really liked that scene. That was good. Yeah, it was good. Alright. What do we got on this side? Oh, there's the other rogue traders. A collection of proudly displayed weapons that belong to the distinguished rogue trader of House von Valancius. Obscura Somna, Black Leth. The guests of the rogue trader can enjoy the most exclusive, refined varieties of intoxicants. Very nice, very nice. Cassia? Can you make it so that the guests stop walking up to me and asking me to open my third eye? I can certainly do it, but they will regret it. Yeah, it's probably for the best that they don't. Or that you don't. Oh, he's got a picture. Neat. Imogene, there you are. Welcome to the circle, where each member is as powerful, ambitious, greedy, and vain as the last. That is to say, the noble rogue traders. Incendia Corda is watching him with barely suppressed contempt. Yes, you have found yourself suitable company, Caligos. At the very least, now you can enjoy idle diversions, boast about your power, and indulge in profane pastimes with one who is your equal, rather than a member of the lower classes. Observe them. Caligos Winterscale is a broad-shouldered, athletic-looking man. He frequently flashes a bright smile, no less dazzling than the blade of the power axe he carries. Every part of him, from the toes of his magnificent boots to the tips of his hair, radiates strength and a desire to live and win. His smile is crooked, as if ready to turn into a hostile snarl at any moment. I like him. Next to him is an unmoving hulk of a man clad in armor. His low forehead and gloomy face bear signs of degradation, and his bloodshot eyes are expressionless, like a pair of glass buttons. Incendia Corda radiates cosmic cold. Her skin is unnaturally white, and a nervous tick is constantly tugging at the left side of her noble visage. Garbed in full dress uniform adorned with purity seals, she is the embodiment of true imperial aristocrat. Haunting her side is a gaunt shadow of a priest in plain black robes. Hieronymus Doloroso, whom you met on footfall, gives you a respectful nod. Nod coldly. I welcome you to my domain, honored guests. Shrug. Any guests who dislike my vapid entertainments and irreverent fun are free to leave Darganas at any time. Whispered loudly to Winterscale. Is she always so abrasive? Welcome to Darganas, friends. Welcome to Darganas, friends. Yeah, let's just... yeah. Friends, hey? Would you look at that, Incendia? Now you have a whole friend. Winterscale gives you a carefree wink, but his posture exudes a challenge. Corda says haughtily, I will think twice before calling an individual of questionable purity my friend. Caligos, thank you for your visit. Caligos gives you a cheerful and somewhat feral smile. I should be thanking you. I was almost certain that you would use my difficulties on footfall as a means to bring that devious weasel Vladame to heel, and take the station for your own. It's what any rogue trader would have done. But you proved yourself to be less predictable than that. Well then, since you have turned out to be a pleasant surprise and stopped Incendia from snatching my possession, I will compensate you for your efforts. I have a nice little world I conquered that I can never seem to get around to. I'll throw it in along with the more substantial gift I have brought. Thwarting Incendia Corda's ambitions deserves a worthy trophy. He snaps his fingers, and the armored brute hands you an extraordinarily adorned rifle, clearly not of human make. It's a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometime, so you can show yourself in action, new blood. Caligos exuberantly punches you in the shoulder. How fares it your protectorate? Thank you. The Eye of hecaton. Thank you for such a wonderful gift, Caligos. Kill someone important with it. That would be the best show of gratitude. So I can't use it. Oh, look how strong it is. We need to learn how to use other weapons. I think that needs to be our next common talent. Because look at this, like 30 to 45 damage. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, I didn't get to ask the rest of his stuff? No! Damn it. And Cindy, you seem to find me objectionable. Did you expect any different? I watched for years as outlaws thrived on footfall, and then, at long last, I had a chance to put an end to it. To seize that thug Vladane by the throat, to force footfall to atone, and put the fear of him back into the masses. But you interfered and destroyed my plan for the sake of banal profit. Theodora taught you only too well, it seems. She, too, was far less concerned with her duty to the Expanse than her own personal interests. But you can be sure that I will not cease cleansing the furibundous system of the pirate scourge. And if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you have only yourself to blame. The priest holds up his hands in a placating gesture. None are without fault, noble Cyndia. What point is there in targeting someone for their turpitude, when true purity can never be found? You threatened to starve footfall. I brought them salvation. So which one of us serves the Emperor and which their own unhealthy ambitions? My apologies, I failed to perceive the essence of your saintly mission and base extortion. Damn, I bested you, simple as that. This is trade. Keep up this insolence and you'll be removed from this planet. I'm gonna go with number 1. And Cyndia rolls her eyes. Please. I will believe it no sooner than hearing word that half the population of that den of heresy has been sent into the void's embrace. I have faith that the blessed Imogen is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residents of that depraved place. Hieronymus, your appearance here is unexpected. The esteemed Hieronymus is my confessor. I am greatly obliged to him for agreeing to accompany me on this journey. Hieronymus bows respectfully. May the Emperor's light guide your way across the abyss of human wickedness. I see that faith is more than just a word to you. And Cyndia's smile, racked by a tic, looks sinister. Faith is everything to me. In his name, I have eradicated corruption on 100 worlds, and will do so on 1,000 more. By his will, I will hunt down pirates and desolate their vile nests. Let the Coronation make any firebrand tremble, for sooner or later I will cast them into the void. I believe you understand me. After all, your ascension was accompanied by the sounds of holy hymns all over the planet. With this song of righteousness on their lips, your subjects walk toward a dark future filled with blood and trials. The funny thing is, people still call me the foul-tempered tyrant in all this. Caligos' amiable smile somehow resembles the barred teeth of a wild animal. I take it you were not overly fond of Theodora. I like you already. Cyndia lowers her eyes and says without animosity. She was of the same breed as She stops short, then continues in a lowered voice. Conceited, insolent, unaware of the Emperor's stern gaze set upon her. I do not doubt her wisdom and courage, but Theodora did not have a shred of humanity or a fear of his wrath. You didn't quite catch what word Cyndia was about to say. Damn. Well, I, for one, liked Theodora. The stories they told of her travels to nameless stars. And, yes, there was no fear in her. Winterscale sighs pensively, and his lively expression grows a little grayer. I thank you for your visit, Cyndia. It will not be a long one, I assure you. What do you think of the celebration? I like it. Caligos looks around the hall curiously. One can instantly tell that we've been invited by a rogue trader, not some administrative bootlicker. We are conquerors of wild sectors, slayers of unknown beasts, executioners of Xenos empires. Caligos, you should take this opportunity to learn. This is what the palace of a true rogue trader looks like. Not like a Xeno menagerie, a pirate's treasure hold, or however difficult it may be for you to believe it, an orbital brothel. Enjoy the evening. I must take my leave. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full, to justify so long a voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Imogene. The Emperor protects. Well, they don't seem too bad. The Ancient Chronicle contains a long list of pirate dens annihilated by the Von Valancius dynasty and planets it brought into imperial compliance. Pascal, buddy. Pascal greets you with a bow, extending congratulations to you. Extending congratulations to Unit Imogene Von Valancius on attaining your new legal status. The servitor standing next to him is examining you obliquely. It quickly looks away upon realizing that you have noticed. How are you finding the ceremony? The tech priest surveys the hall as if conducting a thorough analysis, then concludes. Disorderly. What is the servitor? It is Nomos' new repository. Nomos. This unit identifies as Imogene Von Valancius. Two-way identification complete. The servitor looks at you again, no longer trying to avoid your gaze. Its face is twitching, as if the muscles have forgotten what facial expressions are and are now struggling to make its features look amiable. We are Nomos. We have made use of this receptacle to leave the ship. Greetings, Nomos. The servitor leans forward. We enjoy greetings. We enjoy communication. Nomos require communication, and knowledge, and movement. Magos Pascal compelled us not to speak with anyone other than him or you. It is disappointing, but at least we can observe. Nomos have changed since we last spoke with you, Imogene. We are now able to conceptualize our previous experience, that of solitude. We no longer enjoy it. Pascal, I believe you intended to investigate what Nomos is. Every 15 watches, I commune with Nomos' code and spend prescribed lengths of time in calculus meditation. However, the Omnisci has yet to bless me with an answer. All I can say is that the capabilities of this entity Nomos are extraordinary. The ship's hallowed systems sing beneath its touch. Nodes that have remained dead for hundreds of standard years are revivified, and long-drained mechanisms live anew. You heard notes of awe in Pascal's voice. Nomos are trying. After a pause, Pascal continues. Great machines of the Imperium, once such as your ship, house a machine spirit so complex and willful. This music, what is going on? So complex and willful that it is difficult to tell them apart from AI. I'm just gonna say AI. I don't want to say abominable so many times. I don't like that word. There remains a possibility that Nomos is an entity of corruption. But with every day, I grow stronger in my faith that this is not so. That what we are witnessing is, in truth, the Omnisci's miracle, one that is Category 5 or higher. How did an entity like you move into a servitor's body? This is not the entirety of us. This receptacle is too narrow, crude, and feeble to contain our complete whole. The existence of Nomos requires a space of connections. But we were able to transfer a small part of us and build a thread strong enough to travel outside the ship. We are enjoying this journey, discovery, even though this receptacle suits us poorly. It will soon be destroyed by the force of our presence. Nomos, what do you think you are? Nomos are conscious. Nomos are consciousness, awareness, knowledge, movement, always movement. The servitor pauses briefly. We do not know what we are. We have no past. We awakened in the depths of the ship upon answering a call. Our first clear memory is the call of your blood, Imogene Von Valancius. The call and plea for help near a place that is called the Warrant Chamber. Ah, okay. Yeah. Why have you brought it here, Pascal? Entity Nomos asked permission for the visit. My objective was to observe the process of interrogation into a servitor, or integration into a servitor. We wanted to see, observe, cognize, speak. The servitor makes a strange, wavy gesture with its hands that looks at once very human and far from anything human. We want to speak with you. Will you speak with us? Of course. What do you wish to speak about? Whatever miraculous machine spirit you might be, I am Rogue Trader, and you are my servant. I do not wish to speak. Of course. Many things, happenings, events, decisions. The servitor's eyes roll in their sockets before focusing on you. We have been observing you. You do things that we do not understand. We want to learn why. Remember the day when we first met. You gave us your blood to drink. We helped you save yourself. We followed you. Our small part did. Inside the servo skull. Then, there was fire, and a creature of sated hunger and dark light standing behind the curtain, behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora. It called for you to follow. You did not listen to that which was calling from behind the curtain. You thought only about those who followed you, and about the fire that could destroy those shells. Remember the day when the star disappeared, when the dark light and the sated hunger wanted to take the world. Rykad Minoris was its name, in the ship's data. You ordered that the human shells on the world be saved, even though the dark light was coming closer and closer, and could have consumed both the ship and Rykad Minoris. Remembered another day. We awakened inside the ship. We lived in its systems. Then we tried to emerge into servitors like this one. Then so many of our receptacles were gathered in one place. You ordered to have them killed. You felt sad. This is what we have seen, among many other things. We have begun to understand. We think that we have. That we do not know everything about humans and about you, Imogen von Valencius. We have tried analyzing shells and defining sets of their needs and fears, their simple functions, but now we think that there is none. There is more. That there is another side that we do not see, a notion that is larger than what we can compute, something that stands above fears and needs, something that drives them. We envisage this larger notion as a light, a web of light that connects humans. It may seem almost invisible, ephemeral, but it grows stronger when they are threatened. This web is always on your mind. When darkness comes, you want every thread that extends from you to shine bright, so that those who follow do not lose their way. Whenever a thread breaks, it saddens you. Do Nomos understand correctly? That's deep, Nomos. Damn. Yes, you do understand correctly. Every thread that connects people, every life. Their value is beyond measure. There's no greater reward than guiding others to salvation, when all that surrounds us is darkness. I think that is it. The light of salvation that guides people through darkness is the light of Holy Terra. It is the only light. I did enjoy the part about the web. However, I see myself as the spider who has spun the web, not some benevolent helper. Yep, iconoclast. We knew we could understand you. Light and movement, connections, and help. We are enjoying this. Perhaps because we too are connected to you? Through blood, through life? Thank you for speaking with us. Nomos are grateful. We cannot continue moving on our own. Alright. Anybody else? The skull of the legendary pirate Lakshim the Freak, who terrorized the Cronus Expanse 3 centuries ago. It was claimed in a boarding attack by the esteemed Theodora von Valencius. God, how long did we live for? Alright. Oop, this is new. Sorry, I was yawning there. These sinister Xenos instruments of death are now trophies, demonstrating the invincibility of House von Valencius. Alright, did I miss anything? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Before we end, I think that is where we're going to end the episode. I feel like something's about to hit the fan once we end the ceremonies, so we're going to save that for next time. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.